So I wish I was a better tabular modeler than I actually am. In fact, I like to think I'm a better tabular modeler than I actually am. But there's a new tool that was recently launched in the Microsoft Fabric service that allows you to make sure that you are following all of the best practices. So let's jump in and let's take a look. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to log in to my Microsoft Fabric capacity. I'm then going to select a semantic model. So in this case, I'm going to select this semantic model right here. I'm going to click on it. And then I'm going to go open data model right here in the web UI. Now, what was recently announced were three tools that allow us to analyze the model as it exists today. So there's the best practice analyzer, there's the memory analyzer, and then there's community notebooks, which is essentially a bunch of notebooks that were created by the Power BI community to enhance modeling. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the best practice analyzer. The memory analyzer looks at the Vertipack engine. And frankly, I don't fully understand that enough that I'm comfortable making a video on it, but I very happily use the best practice analyzer all the time. So let's go ahead and let's click this and let's take a look at this semantic model. What this is doing in the back end is it's going and it's creating a notebook connected to that semantic model that can essentially run a Python script against the semantic model to tell me how it's working and how many of the best practices that are a part of the best practice analyzer I'm actually meeting. So let's go take a look at that notebook. And here we are. Here's what it generated. So really simply, it's installing semantic link. It's checking to make sure the version is okay. It is then setting two local variables, so a data set and a workspace. In this case, because I clicked that button from the web view, these have been already automatically set. And then finally, it is calling the best practice analyzer. So if I go up here and I click the run all button, what it's going to go ahead and do is it is going to go and start running the best practice analyzer on my notebook. And right off the bat, I have some things that I can fix. I have some formatting stuff, right? So do not summarize numeric columns. The first letter of every object must be capitalized, right? And here it's calling out the objects that are violating those rules. I have some maintenance items. So for example, I have visible objects with no description, and here are those objects. This data set just has one table, so obviously it doesn't have a relationship. And then I have a performance issue, which is I haven't set a date table. Now, obviously, some of these flaws were on purpose, right? This is a semantic model with just one table. There's no dates in it. It doesn't need a date table. But this is a great starting place and a point for if you're leading a BI team to essentially tell your team, hey, did you run best practice analyzer on it? And it'll catch a lot of common mistakes that BI analysts make. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like it, and comment. And if you're interested in more BI content, I would love to have you join me for some more videos. Thanks for watching.